Hey, what's up, all the Mega Plays? In today's video, I want to talk about a certain thing, and that's why are killer strategies considered more toxic than survivor strategies? So, I asked a poll. I did two separate ones. I did, do you think tunneling or camping is toxic? I got 56% for yes and 44% for no. So, it was almost like 50-50, but it seems like majority of people think that tunneling and camping is toxic. And so I did another poll for the survivor side of things, and I asked, do you think body blocking, gen rushing, and using flashlights to save and stun is toxic? There was 15% for yes and 85% for no. Now I know this poll didn't get a lot of votes, but it seems like the majority is going to go towards no, it seems like. Because when I did the other one, it was quickly 50-50, but this one seems like it was already quickly going to be no. So this begs the question, why is killer strategies considered more toxic? Because, whether or not you think these things are bad to do or good to do, whatever, toxic or whatever, these strategies that survivors and killers would do, they're both strategies, like I'm saying. Like, if you tunnel or camp, it's a strategy that can be used to, make it easier or quicker for you to get the 4K. And survivors would do these strategies to make it easier and quicker for all of them to escape. So, I don't think they're toxic. I just see them as strategies that make the game easier or quicker for either side. But it seems like when killers do it, it's just, more hated for them to do it. And for me personally, I've seen more like videos where it says like, oh, survivors join the stream and complain about the killer, toxic survivor complains about tunneling and camping, all that type of stuff. And I have seen videos where it was the other way around, where killers complain about the survivors doing this stuff. But I feel like I've seen more videos where survivors are more upset about the killers doing things than the killer is upset about the survivors doing things. And I always try to wonder, like, I've been wondering this for a long time. I've been playing the game for like 2 years, and I always wonder like why that is. Like, they're both, strategies, and it should be okay to do either or. And I've come to realize, I think I know why. And I think it's because it's harder for survivors to come back from being tunneled or camped. Now, you probably don't agree with this, but I feel like it is the case. And it does feel like it most of the time when I'm playing. Well, I play solo queue, so that's probably why. But you also gotta think about, like, even the Swifts that are playing, they're probably like 4 regular friends just fucking around and not doing a lot of things. And so when they get tunneled or camped, the game becomes much harder for them, because imagine this, you have one survivor hooked, and you have one survivor slugged. Well, that's already half the team that's already, well, you already have busy, or you have hooked or dying or something. So the other half has to come and help. So if you put that into perspective, it kind of makes sense why people might consider it more toxic, because it's harder for survivors to come back from it. So it's not really fair, because you're basically destroying the team. But survivors can come back from this. I know it's not super easy, but they can still come back from it. Sometimes it takes a while for them to come back from it, but it's not super hard. But I can see why in some cases it is. Like, I can see why. Like, when I play a lot of solo queue and I'm getting tunneled, then it's gonna make it hard for my team. Like, sometimes when I'm getting tunneled, I'm still like at 4 gens, and that's because of solo queue. I know that. But I guess generally speaking, people feel like it's harder for survivors to come back from this, because if one person's being slugged or one person's being hooked, that's already like 25% of the team. And I can understand why that is. I could be wrong, and there's probably a whole different reason for it, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, why people seem to be more upset. Oh, do you think maybe killers are more upset? Maybe you might think otherwise. But I feel like it seems like killer strategies are considered more toxic, and I'm just trying to figure out why. And that was kind of my reason as to why I just think it's because survivor is probably harder for them to come back from those strategies, and killers, like, it's not too hard. Like, a lot of people say like, oh, a killer gets stunned or whatever, and then it's impossible for them to come back. But I feel like when I have those games where I know I'm going against really good survivors, I still manage to get like 3 or 4 kills, and then I get like maybe 10 hooks. So it's not impossible for killers to come back, So I don't know. I thought it was a really interesting thing to talk about and kind of do a poll on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, peace out.